Today we're talking Suzuki's VStrom 800DE. I was out at RibFest this past October. That's where I got this cool shirt. You like that shirt? And a buddy let me borrow his Suzuki. I took it around the property for like 10 or 15 minutes and I recorded a video for you guys of my first impressions. I want to share that. So I'm Duke. Go ahead and grab yourself some snacks. I love snacks. Let's get going. So Suzuki has two motorcycles, VStrom 800s. One's the standard VStrom 800 and then you have the 800DE. Now the DE is a little bit different in that it has longer suspension travel. It's also got dampening, preload, and compression adjustments as to where the 800 only has preload. So they're a little bit different, and there's also some ergonomic differences between the two, but the biggest difference is the suspension travel. The 800DE was just built to be a more comfortable bike to ride further off-road, and so that's the big difference between the two. So let's take a little walk over to RibFest back in October. I just took this here VStrom out for a test ride just to feel it out, and I was really surprised by how much power it has. Riding I ride a KTM 790. I didn't think this bike would come anywhere near that in terms of performance and feel. The throttle response, the way it comes on. This bike really caught me off guard because I just didn't expect that. It's right up there with the 790. I've got a 2020 790 with an exhaust, with an intake, and I don't think this one's modded yet. I think it's all factory. I know he did some work to the suspension, but anyways, the other thing is the grip. So I run the 50/50 Dunlop Trail Max Missions, and he has whatever these are on the front and the back. And I can tell you from my experience that my 790 with the Trail Max Missions does not grab like this thing. I tried to rip into it and throw the rear end around a couple of times, and instead I was shot out. So I didn't get the turn that I was expecting. But I was also, once again, surprised at the power, how the power came on and just delivered it, and it went. Hey, if you guys are interested in a real in-depth review of this bike, head down to the comments, leave me a message and let me know that you want a full in-depth review. Other than that, the seating on this thing is way more comfortable, but if you're gonna stand up and ride, it's far less comfortable because you've got this big tank here in your way, and my legs come up here and they're kind of hitting on this instead of kind of being flat against here. Anyhow, so the stand-up off-road ergonomics are lacking a little bit. So the stand-up off-road ergonomics are lacking a little bit, but the power, the performance, and the seat comfort are all impressive, really. I'm surprised. I'm just real surprised. I thought it was a good ride. All the controls feel good. Nothing felt clunky or crappy. It is a Suzuki. I mean, it's what you would expect from a Suzuki, but with a little more punch. I wonder how they're doing over there at RibFest. Man, I love snacks.
Probably
oh, I love snacks.
I know. So do I.
Hey, if y'all are interested in what happened out there at RibFest, I've got some other videos on my channel you can check out. And then I've got a couple more that I'm still gonna produce of the games that happened out there at RibFest. A lot of fun. If you were there, if you weren't there, it was a really good time. So I'll put those down in the comments after I get them produced, and you can enjoy those. So get yourself some popcorn, go check it out. I'm Duke of Texas. Live free, ride hard.